Would you like to know what the most overlooked symptom of narcissism is? Check out this video and you're going to find out. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I've been recognized as one of the top 1% of attorneys in the country. And I've written 2 best-selling books, Breaking Free, A Step-by-Step Divorce Guide, and Negotiate Like You Matter. And most importantly, what I do is I've helped thousands, millions of people get out of relationships with narcissists. I have spent my career as a divorce attorney. I've also had to deal with a couple of narcissists in my own life, and I've learned how to do it. So you should subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I upload new videos and new content, so that you can finally escape or at least figure out how to deal with and manage those narcissists in your life in a productive way that allows you to continue to have peace of mind in your own life. So there's one particular trait that everybody overlooks, but there are several traits that everybody knows about with narcissists. So I'm going to just go through the ones that everybody knows about, the ones that they think of when they think of narcissists, and then at the end, I'm going to let you know what the one is that everybody overlooks when they look at traits of narcissism. Number 1, shamelessness. So narcissists tend to be openly shameless. Like, they'll just go and do whatever they want. I mean, there's just certain things that narcissists do that I just am so surprised by. You know, I knew a narcissist one time who would just come into our law office and just come right behind the desk and come right into one of our offices and not even ask. And, you know, I find myself with narcissists sometimes thinking, wow, I would never do that. I mean, there's just certain things that I would never do that narcissists end up doing. So, but they're just completely shameless in that way. So another trait of narcissism is entitlement. So they feel entitled to anything. They think that they should have the best seat in the house, the best restaurant, the best this, the best that. They should have the best spot in you know, a show or something. If they're in a show, you know, whatever it is, they should be the best. They should have the best. And, you know, even if they're not entitled to it, even if it's not something that they earned or something that they're even qualified for, they don't care about that. It's just like they should have it. So entitlement and also shamelessness, they're kind of like 2 little hands that fit together, but you know, slightly different, but definitely they're shameless and they feel entitled. So the next one is magical thinking. This is where they just keep going. They don't even look at the path of destruction that they've created. They don't really care. They just imagine the world and look at the world and interact with the world in the way that they want to see it. So it can really definitely be difficult when you're negotiating with a narcissist in that sense. And because, you know, you give an offer, they come back with a counter offer, you go back with an offer that incorporates some of the things that they've already, you know, agreed to, and now all of a sudden they say they never agreed to that, and that sort of thing. It's all this magical thinking. It's part of the gaslighting, and it's just how they think. They just live in their own form of reality. Another trait that they have is envy. They're often very jealous of people. They're very jealous of other people's accomplishments. They can't really congratulate people or be happy for people. They feel like life isn't fair. How come they got it? I should have it. They don't really like when somebody else is getting attention that they feel like they should have. They're just very, very jealous. Sometimes they're jealous of people that they don't even know. Like, they'll be watching something on TV see and think, oh, why does that person have that? And why does, you know, who do they think they are? You know, I mean, they're just jealous and envious in all different facets, including, of course, in their own personal relationships. It comes from this place of lack. They are not abundance thinkers, they are scarcity thinkers. So, you know, if anybody has anything else, they don't think that, oh, I could do that too, or I could have that too, or how great for them. You know, that's their thing. That's something that's wonderful for them. It has nothing to do with me. They definitely do not think that way. It's very much a jealous, envious, small-minded way of thinking. And if you are so ready to move on and create a new life, give me a "so ready" in the comments. Okay, so the next one, and we're leading up to the one that most people overlook, is exploitation. They're users. They like to use people. Every single person is looked upon as, what can I use? What can I get? You know, why am I even going to be talking to you at all? They're always sizing people up to see if they are going to be a good form of supply for them. And if you want to know more about narcissistic supply, check out my video on narcissistic supply. But supply is anything that feeds their ego, and you definitely are going to be looked upon by a narcissist in terms of what can you do for them. It's never reciprocated, by the way. It's like, just to be in their space at all, you better be doing something for them. And if you want something out of them, then you better be ready to reciprocate like 100,000-fold. And even that's not good enough. Like, you're supposed to do it all for them. And the next one that you normally hear about is lack of boundaries. And that is, you know, narcissists just do whatever they think they want. You know, they just go wherever they want. They look through people's stuff. They will open people's mail. They will go into people's closets. They will show up places that they're not supposed to show up. You know, they have no boundaries because they feel entitled. And, you know, it all kind of gels together into a toxic stew of yuck. But that's one of the things that they also have, is no boundaries. But the last one is the one that's most overlooked, and that is that narcissists have no sense of self. They feel very small inside. That's the not so secret. They feel inside like nothing. They have a very fragile sense of self. So all of those other traits, the ones that people see, the ones that people identify with the most, the ones that they use, that psychologists and psychiatrists use to determine if somebody's actually narcissistic, are actually all things that they layer on so that they can hide the fact that they have no sense of self themselves. And so they make it look like the Wizard of Oz, and they build all this stuff around them to hide the fact that they are feeble, small, scared, and that you are actually the stronger one. And that's the thing that I really want you to understand when you're negotiating with them. You actually, the biggest scam in the world is that they have you thinking that you're the one who's weaker. They're actually the weaker ones. And when you go to negotiate with them, you can shift that dynamic. You can turn it around. And the reason why you can turn it around is because you can just go on the offensive. If you just start taking steps toward them in their direction, they're going to start retreating. You'll see. And the way you're going to start doing that is by getting my free Crush My Negotiation worksheet. It is an ebook. It's like 15 pages. It is free to you. You just get it at winmynegotiation.com. We'll also drop a link to that below. Also, please do not deal with a narcissist by yourself. They isolate you. They make you feel like you're crazy. They make you feel like no one else is dealing with exactly what you're dealing with. And I'm telling you now, you are not alone. So come join me in my free private Facebook group. It's called Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, and you'll get so much support and so much love, and you're going to see that you're not alone. Also, make sure you like this video, give it a share, drop me that comment. Tell me that you are so ready, or anything else that you would like to share. And make sure that you have subscribed and you've hit that notification bell so that you'll get notified when I upload new videos. So I'm Rebecca Zung. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of Negotiate Your Best Life. I will see you in the next video.